What's up? You're in the Beat Sessions. I'm your host, Mitchell Weary. It is Friday, September 10th, and I hope you all have your party pants pressed because things are going to get a little wild this weekend. Andrew WK is back, and God is partying. And if there's anybody who knows that God is partying, it is definitely Andrew WK. This is his sixth studio album and follows 2018's You're Not Alone. I'm really pumped that this dude is back in a rhythm, making albums again. It was 9 years in between 55 Cadillac and You're Not Alone. Andrew WK, very much an entrepreneur, taking time off to do other things, but it is good to have him consistently back in the studio. Really excited to maybe check him out live because I've never seen him before, and I just love the upbeat party energy of his music. I love the consistency of it over the years. It's crazy to think it's like almost 2 decades now. Still wearing the dirty white outfit, the long shaggy hair. I love the commitment to everything. If you're not familiar with him, just think like equal parts Queen, Tenacious D, and Nine Inch Nails, and especially the synths on this particular record. I'm loving them. They're like a combination of like 80s horror. So think like honestly like Halloween meets Scarface is what I'm hearing on the synths on this record. Lots of big upbeat, heavy chugging guitars. And these songs, I mean, you can pretty much dance to every single one of them. If you're not familiar with Andrew WK, this is a great record to start off with. You can start off with his debut record as well, or just listen to any one of them. Honestly, you pretty much get that same fun, consistent style over the years. And he's one of those guys where he's found this niche. He's like lyrically, I love his style. I mean, he's equal parts toilet humor and philosophy. And I love the sardonic sense of humor when he starts dealing with heavy stuff. And I mean, you can just see it in the album title right here. God is partying, and some of these some of these song titles, But he definitely he does in the end have this optimistic sensibility about him from a lyrical perspective that I just absolutely love. So it's great having him back. Really hope that you guys enjoyed this album over the weekend. This thing kicks off with Everybody Sins. It's got this synth that comes in. It almost sounds like just an emergency alarm. And again, big theatrical intro into this song, and then just kicks in with the guitars and the drums. Just got this big pounding intro of a track, and really is a great way to start this thing off. Kicks into Babylon, which is just a scorcher. Just great second upbeat track to basically establish the energy of this thing and keep it going into No One to Know, which talk about the synths in this thing, really feeling the Halloween in like the piano riff on that song as well. It's really just almost kind of like a piece of horror, like cinema horror music. It's really well done. I'm loving that. And then it dips right into Stay True to Your Heart, which is a very interesting track when you're considering the transition. It's got this, I mean, great vocal element from him. I think it's one of those things about him. He's underrated in a lot of ways. I think maybe part of that is due to his just goofy theatrics over the year, but he's a great multi-instrumentalist. His voice is phenomenal, and on this particular track, he's showing off that range that he has and his ability to incorporate just a solid pop influence into his music. So I dig that track for both of those reasons. I'm in Heaven is your sixth track, just driven by this super heavy riff. I was really impressed by that song. And this thing I'm loving, it's kind of like the last 5 songs, it's like pick your favorite. Like every single one of them is doing all of these things that we talked about as far as, incorporating those big, great guitars, fast-paced, up-tempo drums. I love all the different synth action that he's working with. I'm probably going to say, And Then We Blew Apart, the 9th track, or I Made It is the penultimate track that's probably, like, those two might arguably be my favorite tracks on this record. So I hope you party hardy over the weekend, and I throw this album on. While you do that, I'm going to vinyl please this thing. I hope you enjoyed this record, and I hope you find this review helpful. Please like this video and share it. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the live show when it returns on Sunday. We'll see you next time on the Beat Sessions.